Okay, today's tip. This is a Stream Deck feature to bring over and put text actually in something and on something. So you get a chance to see how this works, and it's kind of a cool shortcut that I created. I'm going to screen share my bottom screen in just a second. Hold on, let me see. All right. Hopefully you see my screen share now. It's showing my Gmail. I'm in the Spaces section, which is Google Chat or Spaces, etc. And I'm in the Spaces. This is where I send you guys out notification every day. And you can see it's 15 minutes before or whatever. And really, I want this same thing. I do it at the 15-minute mark so I don't have to change it or anything. But I do this using my Stream Deck. So it's really quite cool. And I wanted to show you how I do that. You can look at chat.google.com, and here is the Spaces section for tinkering, and this is the exact same thing. It's just a different way of looking at it. So you can see those if you're in your Gmail and you have that connected, and you can always see that there. That automatically has the link. You can pop right in. The password's right there. I do that every single day before I do a tip. So how do I do that? How do I do that automatically? So that's what I'm going to show you today. So I'm going to bring up the Stream Deck. I'm going to put that over top of everything. So this is my Stream Deck. I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down for right now. So here's my Stream Deck, and here I'm going to go to this actual button right here because I have our logo. That's how I know which one it is, the white logo up top, and I hit that every day whenever I'm ready to do that at the 15-minute mark. And then there's actions right here. Okay, so I'm going to click the arrow down at the bottom where it has the 3 actions, and I'll zoom in so you can kind of see that because sometimes it's hard to read, but that's it right there. I'm going to click on this really quickly, and then here's where I set all that up. So what I did was, the first thing I did was over here under System. You can kind of see over here on System, you can see where I have System and then Website. And then I'm going to do a delay as well. There's going to be a delay. I have to find out where that is. I think it's under Stream Deck. Yeah, it's right here. A Stream Deck delay is the second item. And then I'm back to System where I'm going to add text. So what I did was I drug over here website, and here's the website. And I went and found out that website for the chat and the extension for that, for the tinkering, the actual tinkering one. So this is how I know that I got the right one, because I went and got that. And so I added that URL. So that's the first thing this is doing. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to have a delay though. So I actually have a 6-second, and this is in milliseconds. So 6,000 is 6-second delay. So then I came over here and I drug over, I went up here to Stream Deck. This is a Stream Deck feature delay, and I drug it over. And this is what it looks like when it's dragging over. You're just dragging it over and putting it in there. I'm not going to do it because I already have it set up. So I do a 6-second delay, and then I have it, I call this tip time, and here's the text that you just saw. This is all the text right here that I put in there. So boom, it automatically does that. So let's go back and see that process. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to alarm everybody with another message. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is it automatically opens up this right here. You can see it. That's, if you remember, that's the link that I had for this particular chat. It opens it up. And once it opens to here, the cursor is sitting right here. It waits 6 seconds, and then it puts that in there. So it gets a message, and all you guys get a message. All I had to do was hit one button on the Stream Deck right here, and boom. All of that was done for me. I know if you ever notice, like when, I'm going to switch off of that for a second. When Mike NLTMW, whenever a lot of times he leaves the same comment, hey, from Ontario, wherever he is. I don't know where he is. Calgary, I don't know. One of those places up there in Canada. I'm not good with geography, but don't make me do that. Near Niagara Falls, but he always has the same comment every time. All he does, he makes sure that his cursor's in YouTube, and he hits a button, and it sends that automatically. This is the kind of stuff you can do with your Stream Deck to automatically add specific things. Hey, what's going on, or whatever. I mean, if you say the same thing every time, or a lot of times you're doing that. And that's why I wanted to show you today that you can do that with a button to, if you want to send the same message every day, which is what I do. This is how I send that out, that notification every day. All I do, boom, at that 15-minute mark, I get a notification on my phone that tells me that I've got something coming up. And then all I do is I hit that button at that 15-minute mark. And that's, I mean, it's very helpful. Any questions? Feel free to dive in. I know, Ron, I see your hand raised, and fire away.
So my question is why do you
I'm
have
sorry. I'm sorry, say it again.
Why do you have the delay?
Okay, so what happens is when and that's a good question. When I first tested it, it would go into the and load. It depends on how quick your browser loads. So the cursor's not there yet. So if you're throwing text into something that's not there quite yet,
Okay.
you have to have a little bit of a delay. If the browser's slow for whatever reason, let the browser get set. Once the cursor is blinking, then throw the text in there. So that's why I threw that in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. And then does it send it, or do you also have to hit the send button?
It sends. That's why I love it. Yeah, hit the button. I can walk away and finish my walking or running or whatever I'm doing. Yeah, I love it. Love it. Yeah, great feature for sure. Letitia, you have your hand raised. Question. Unmute and ask.
Yes,
away.
I do. Thank you so much, Michael. So my question is this, like obviously I sell courses, right? So I will go live on StreamYard. So would you say that I can use Stream Deck when I hit a button and I put the link to my course? I would like it to be in the chat so people are watching me, and if somebody's asking, I'll just hit a button and it'll go in the chat across the board. So for example, with StreamYard, if I'm putting something in the chat, it will go to my YouTube, it will go to my Twitter, my Twitch, but not my Facebook personal page. It will go to the comment will go to my business page, but not my personal. Will it still go to the personal page, or no? Will it still the comment?
Okay, that's a great question. I haven't tried what you're talking about. Okay, so I haven't tried. Yes, you can set it up to go specifically to YouTube in the chat and whatever. They have integration with YouTube. They have integration with Twitch.
Right.
They have integration with Facebook, I think, Too.
Right.
Stream Deck service does.
What about Telegram?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't use it, so I can't answer that. But during a live show, what you can do, like what Mike does when he's watching StreamYard, wherever his cursor is bouncing, he just hits a button and it sends the text there. Okay. So you could have it go into StreamYard and then it would go out to all of the services that it uses.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could do something like Yeah. So that's what I like about it, is that wherever you have your cursor blinking, and this one forces the cursor blinking based on what I opened up.
Right.
Because I opened it, brought the attention to that chat.google.com, and then have it, and then it's blinking. And that's kind of what Ron asked, why the delay. That's kind of why I do that. Make sure that cursor gets there before I actually send it. So that's the only reason that I added delay. But that's a great question. Yeah. And that's something you can test and work out, try it, see if it happens. Because like I said, they have direct integration. You can have up to, I think it's up to 50 different what did I say it was? Options or something? What did they call it?
Can I have
actions?
More than...
Actions.
Okay, so I can have.
So I can have it doing it, sending it to YouTube, boom, then sending it over to Twitch, then going and sending it over to. You could have it do all kinds of actions. Those actions can go and do many, many things. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I have a VA that I would prompt, and like if I'm on a live, I'd be like, okay, Trees, put the link, or hey, Trees, add this to the comments. Like I'm telling her what to do. So that's another task that I can have her work on something else instead of having to be on every live that I do or every training. I wouldn't mind, pulling her from that and having her do something else. But thank you, Michael.
Of course. Russ, you have your hand raised. Yes, sir.
What was the time that you put on the delay?
I put 6 seconds.
Thank you.
I'm just, and only reason I put 6 seconds is because I'm counting on it having a rough time loading up. I'm kind of giving it worst case. I could probably put it on 2 seconds and it'd be fine because my system's pretty good. But let's say the internet in the house, for whatever reason, is just bogging down or something. I want to make sure it loads up.
Is that 6,000 milliseconds?
6,000 milliseconds.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just
6,000.
Okay.
No, that's a good question. Ask it. That's why we're doing it. That's why we do it this way. Yeah. Yep. All right. Anything else on that particular thing? No. All right. I will end this and we can chat further if you'd like. And well, let me finish and we'll go to that. And I will. There we go. All right. So the members and I are going to continue conversation and we're ending the tip. If you're watching this in replay, please ask your questions in the comments and I will answer. I promise you. If you're interested in becoming a Tinkering with Tech private community member so you can join in the next conversation, please visit tinkeringwithtech.net.